Hello and welcome to another Commodore 64 assembly language programming video. Okay, I'm going to start with my usual miserable excuses for waiting so long to do another one. Yes, part of the fact that I've moved properties. I've moved from one flat into another, which took a lot of time because I couldn't get any time off work, and I've also been dealing with COVID as well and having that, which hasn't been too bad, but I haven't felt like doing this. So, but on the mend, and here we are with another video. So let's quickly remind ourselves what we've done on the last two. We're looking at custom graphics modes. So we've looked at normal high-res mode. So let's just run video 7. And this is where we've got, yes, high-res character. All you'll get is the background colour and whatever's in the colour memory, and we chose white. So you'll only ever see 2 colours on that. Okay, so that was that. Then we had multicolour mode, where we can have more than one colour, but we lose a bit of resolution. So if we look here, there we go. So each character has got 3 colours in it, and as well as the background if we want. Okay, so that was that mode. That's probably one of the most common modes in colourful games. So today we're going to look at the third mode, which is enhanced high-res mode. Now the way that works is it is the same as the high-res mode, except you can have a different background colour on each character, up to 4 different background colours, depending on what character you want. So you will, although it will have 2 colours, it will be the foreground colour, which you select in your colour memory, and the one of 4 different background colours. Okay, but there is a caveat to this. So yeah, you can only have up to 64 defined characters as opposed to 512. So you are limited there, and I will show you exactly why. So first of all, let me give you an example of a enhanced high-res mode game, which, as you can see, I can't zoom in anymore, I'm afraid. This is Manic Miner. So if you can look at the characters, you can see they are high resolution. Okay, you can see how detailed they are, and if you look, most of them look like just standard black background color, which we've got here, and whatever color the foreground color is, which can change. So that's one, that's one, that's one, that's one. These are all one as well. But then if we look, we've got this brick wall here, see? Now in high-res mode, okay, you would either see it as red bricks with a black sort of cement colour, or the other way round, you would see it as yellow cement colour and black brick colour because the background colour is black. But no, in here we've got one of the colours is say red for the background and yellow for the foreground. So we've got it there, we've got it here as well. We've also got it in these bricks up and down here. See? We've also got it here where it says central cavern. Got it along here. Although not necessarily actually, because this could be a foreground colour of yellow and a background colour of black. But I doubt that very much, because you'd have to reverse all the characters. So yeah, that's possible, but I'll tell you where it is definite is here. See, here we've got a foreground colour of white, and we've got background colour of red here, or light red, and we've got a background colour of green here, so, which is impossible to do in normal high-res mode. So how do we do it? Okay, well let's get back to our code. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to just steal a couple of little bits from our previous videos, which is our start, which does our basic to start it. But I'll do the rest by hand. Okay. So first thing we want to do is expose our onboard character set so we can copy them. So stop the interrupts with SEI, load bit 1, or memory address 1 into the accumulator, and it with 251. So swap one bit to turn one of the bits off that we've discussed in a previous video, store that back into memory address 1. And now we want to copy all the characters except the very first one, because we're going to make that a custom character. So instead of starting at 0, we will start at 8. Okay, and we'll create a loop. So we'll load the accumulator from the Vic base with the offset of X. Now, why did I do that? It should be loaded X because we're starting at X. We're going to do 255 of them. Store that at 3000 plus the offset, where we're going to put our character set that we're going to use. Whoops, that's auto-complete again. Increase the X count. And if it hasn't hit 255, go back to the init loop. So that'll copy from 8 to 255 into all the characters into memory address starting at 3000. Well, we've covered this in the last few videos. Okay, so the next thing to do is to unexpose our characters, our onboard characters again. Now we've copied them, so we'll load memory address 1 in, and we'll turn that bit on. Okay, and we'll store that back into 1. Right, okay, I'm not going to do anything for now as far as the enhanced mode turning on is going to be, because I will do that in a minute. Let's just set ourselves up to print a nice line of a custom character that we're going to use. So let's do black screen. So load black into the accumulator from our constants file. Store that into the border color and store it into the screen color. So black border, black background. Now we'll clear the screen. Okay, now we're going to point our Vic at where our new characters are. Like I say, we did all this in the last 2 videos. With carry 12, so we clear the carry, add it to 12, and store it back. Okay, so what I should do actually after we've done this is I've disabled the interrupts there. I need to reset them there. Okay, so now we've set our screen up. Let's design ourselves a custom character, and then we'll print it out. So let's just do my little trick here. We're going to do our first character at 3000. We're only going to do one. All the rest are copied over. So my character is going to be, let's set ourselves up a grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the borders. And 1. So we need 8 of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the bottom one, just to frame it. Okay, so we're going to we'll do a brick wall like Manic Miner has, okay? So top line's going to be the cement, then the next one will be, let's move the mouse out of the way and zoom in a bit so you can see. Next one's going to be cement. Do we need another one there? How many? 1, 2, 3. No, we need another one here. Okay, so the next one is going to be more in the middle, like that. Then another line. And back to our first one again. Oh. So it'll all alternate down, and then our last one will be this one. Oops. Okay, so do you remember my way of working it out quickly and easily? Fill this up with, fill the blanks up with noughts. And here. Last one. Okay, it might not line up perfectly like bricks, but you get the general idea. So, and then we just work out the decimal or hexadecimal, whatever we use. We'll use decimal here, values of this. Well, we know this row is going to be 255. So let's zoom out a bit, and what we'll do is we'll copy each one of these, copy that, and we'll put that into the calculator in programmer mode, and we'll just paste that in, and that gives us a decimal of 17. So we know that's 255, that's 255, this one's 17, that's 255, so we just need to work out what this one is. Paste that in, and that's 68. So 68 there, and 68 there. So we can replace this. See, it's commented out anyway. So our character will be byte 255, 17, 255, 68, 255, 17, 255, 68. So there is our custom character. So let's put a little routine of putting it together. Let's draw a line of it. So first thing we'll do, we'll go in there, put a couple of lines in, put a comment in, line 1. And here we will go from 0 to 40, which is each column along the first line. So we'll start the X register at 0, create a loop. So the first thing we should do is load the accumulator with 0, which is because it's character 0. Store it in the screen memory with the X offset, which will start on 0 and go up to we want it to go up to 40, so it does the first line. Now, unlike before, where we just put a colour into the current text colour, we're going to poke a foreground colour directly into the screen memory here. Okay. So first of all, we'll do white. So we'll load white into the accumulator, and we'll store that in color mem X. So your color memory is defined in the Commodore 64 manual. I think if we look in, is it this one or this one? Color mem is starts at D800. Okay, so screen mem is here, color mem is here. So for every character we poke in, every little brick character we poke in, we are poking in the color white. Okay, so we will increase the X register. We will compare it with 40. So if it's 40, it means it's the first character of the next line, because each line is 0 to 39. And if it is not equal to 40, so it's less than 40, we'll go back to our loop again with an increased number in the X register. Should we have a look at that? Oh, at the end, we'll put a little RTS in. Right down here. So it goes back to basic. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Oh, there we have it. Ignore what you see underneath it. That's the ready prompt doing a few things. See? So there we have our wall. Doesn't it look marvellous? Not really. Okay, so let's switch to another. Let's put another layer in, and this time we'll make this yellow. So a quick way to do that is we'll copy line 1 and we'll paste that in, and we'll make some changes to it. So we'll change it to line 2. We'll change this to car loop 2. So we want screen mem plus 40, color mem plus 40, so it's the next line. And we want that to be yellow. And I'm sorry about the screen jumping around. It's this Zoom program I've got. And this is car loop 2. So this will do our next one, and it will hopefully print the yellow brick road. So let's run that, see what we get. Yep, there it is. I mean, it's overwritten by ready there, but no matter. Something about those bricks doesn't quite look right, does it? Have I missed a line off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I've got them all there. Well, that's just the way it is, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've got them all there. Why does that not look right? It seems to be missing our top layer, doesn't it? Yes, that's missing our top layer. Right, let's have a look and see why that is, shall we? Pause. Okay, I've seen exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. When I'm copying my characters over, which is here, it loads it from the VIC base, which we exposed here, with the offset, but it's storing all just in 3000 every time. Every time. So it's overwriting the first, whatever it's finding there, into the first row of the custom character. So we don't want that. We should have done that. So that moves on by a line in a character, and it stores it in the memory, correct memory location. So let's just let's close our other one off first. Let's check that again. That's better. That's much better. Right, let's add two more. Well, actually, one more would do, won't it? We get the gist. So, character loop 3. Oh, I didn't copy the first line, did I? Oh, why does it do that? Right, so this is plus 80 because it's the third row. And we'll make this L blue. Oh my word. Keep the mouse there, maybe it'll stop doing that. Okay, so that's that. There we go, 3 completely different coloured rows. Right, so this is it. Ignore the ready. I can't be bothered to move that for the purposes of showing you how this works. So this is in standard high-res mode. Black background colour is constant, but we've changed the foreground colour by poking in values into the colour memory, into the appropriate places. So the colour memory is like the screen memory. It's 40 columns by 25 columns, and you poke the colours into the correct address, going from left to right and then top to bottom, like that. Right, so enhanced mode. What we'd like to do is change the background colour for these two. So how do we do that? Well, it's very easy. If we just look at the Commodore 64 memory map, I can show you. So here we are on the memory map, and if you look, D011 here, okay, we have a byte here, which is bit 6, extended background mode on, which is what we want to change. Okay, so we want to set that bit there. Okay, it's also the same as where the raster line is as well. So, but this bit here particularly is what we want to look at all set. That's, yeah, it's the raster most significant bit there. Okay, so let's put this, let's set this in our code. So in my constants, I have added it here, the screen control reg at D011. It's also, I'm pretty sure, I've got it somewhere else as well, as the raster line most significant byte, or bit, sorry. But you can set more than one constant then to point to this, you know, to have the same value. It's just easy to remember it. So I've set it in the constants here, screen control reg. So let's just copy that into here. And where we will put it just before here. So, just before we get the interrupts going again, we've just copied the characters. So let's just do label enhanced mode. So we load into the accumulator the contents of screen control register. We OR it's with 64 to turn that just that bit on and leave the others as they are. And store it into screen control reg. Let's save that. So when we fire the program up, let's just close the emulator. We fire it up. We should not notice any difference at all. No difference whatsoever. But we won't, because we haven't changed anything in what we're putting out to the screen. So what do we need to do? So the first thing we need to do is set the enhanced mode colours. Now that works the same as the multicolours. If we look in our constants here, we've got text colour 1 and 2 that we used for multicolour mode. So we've also got text colour 3, which I've added because you can have 3 custom background colours as well as the usual one. And I'll show you how that works. So let's set these up. Well, let's set 2 of them up anyway, because we've got 3 lines. One's going to be the normal background colour, one's going to be text colour 1, and one's going to be text colour 2. Okay, so back to our code. This is where we're setting our colours up here. So what we want, let's put enhanced mode colours. So let's do the first custom colour as red. So we'll load red into the accumulator. And we'll store it. I'm going to stop it doing this for the next video. I don't know why it's doing it. Store that in text colour 1. Okay, and for the last one, we will, what do we have? Light blue. Let's have dark blue as the brick colour. So this, because the brick colour is the background colour, cement colour is the foreground colour. So we've got a cement colour of light blue. So we'll have brick colour, which is the background of normal blue. So it'd be like the Commodore 64 standard colours when you switch it on. So this will be text colour 2. So let's run that. And without any surprise, you'll see it's made no difference. And there's a reason for that. This brick is character 0. Okay. And I'm putting character 0 on all of them. All I'm doing is changing the foreground colour in the memory for these. I'm not doing anything to the background colour. Well, where do we set that? Well, enhanced colour mode, as I said before, you can only have 64 colours. And I'll show you the reason why in the Commodore 64 Programmer's Reference Manual. So as you can see here, extended background colour mode. I won't read all the blurb, but there's a reason. You define 64 characters, which are characters 0 to 63. Okay, and that gives you your standard background colour. But if you do the characters from 64 to 127 are the same characters. So, but if you reference them with the addition of 64, you get text colour 1. 128 to 191. Text colour 2, that's text colours 3. So character 0, to get 0 with a black background, as we've done, we've poked the character 0 into the screen then, as you see, which is our bricks, and we're getting the black background. So if I wanted the same character, but I wanted to have this background, which is text colour 1, which is red, I think, then instead of character 0, I add 64 to it, and it'd be character 64. If it was character 2 I wanted, then it would be character 66. So you've got 64 characters, but you just add 64 each time to cycle through. So let's put that into practice then. So here's our first character. It's character 0, which means I'm loading 0 into the accumulator, which means it's going to be character 0 and the standard background, which we set to black up here. So for the next one, instead of using character 0, I'm going to do character 64. Let's save that and run it. And lo and behold, and then it's overwritten by ready there, we now have the background set to red, which would have been impossible to do in normal high-res mode. And the bricks are too detailed to be multicolour low-res mode. So let's finish that off by setting this. So the text colour 2 will be from 128 onwards. So let's just set that to 128. Okay, so we'll hit F5 again. Let's run it. And there we go. Look, we've got a nice brick wall here, which is the similar colour to the Commodore 64 default colours. Let's just very quickly do the last one. So I'm not going to zoom on this because it's making me seasick. I will fix that for the next video. Oh, there we go, look. I forgot this as well. So let's just put a comment in there, line 3. And then we'll copy the whole of this lot under here. And make that line 4. Okay, we know we want the character to be 192. We want this to be 120, this to be 120. Let's do, what can we do? Let's do green here. Light green. Oh, let's change this to character loop 4. We'll do light green there. Okay, and then we haven't set the background colour yet. So we've done red and blue there. So let's just set yellow. For text colour 3. Oh, that looks hideous. You can barely make out the green. In fact, I'm going to do this as a reversal of this one. So this has got yellow as the foreground, red as the background. I'm going to make, because this looks disgusting, I can barely see it. I'm going to make this yellow background, red foreground. So let's check up here. That is yellow. So we want this one to be red. Let's probably look even more hideous, but oh, there we go. That doesn't look too bad. So there we go. We've got 4 different background colours in high res mode. So that brings me to the end of this video. Once again, sorry it's taken so long. But obviously, yeah, a lot of things have been going on. We've now explored all the different character modes on the 64, which is normal high res, multicolour low res, and enhanced high res mode. So that being said, I think the next thing we ought to look at is a third-party tool called, I think it's called CarMate or CarPad or something like that, which makes it a lot simpler to design our characters and backgrounds, and we'll look at that and look at how to put them in to our assembly program and put them straight up on the screen. Okay, well, thanks once again, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.